8 teams remain, 8 dreams still alive. But after tonight, only 4 will have their fire burning. The road to glory starts here, where every possession is important, where every shot could be the decision maker. In the Elite 8, the lights are bright, but only the fearless will survive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pinoy Liga, the Big Dance, Elite 8. My name is Kiko Maligdem along with Justin Alfonso, and later we'll be talking to Bianca Tagarda as we bring you the Elite 8 matchup, as we do have a quadruple header of action here in the Amoranto Sports Complex in Quezon City. Good morning, Justin. Elite 8 na tayo.
Yeah, good morning. We have the best 8 teams left here at the Big Dance. I'm excited for today. We got 4 really good games, and it's going to start here with the first one.
At tulad ng sinasabi ni Justin, we do have a quadruple header starting with Adamson versus St. Clair, followed by Mapua and Perpetual. Third game will be JRU versus Benilde Blazers. And lastly, the fourth game will have EAC Generals and Enderan College Titans. The top 4 teams in the Big Dance are in the Elite 8. While syempre, nadyan yung surprise team, ang Cinderella team na Enderan College. But we will now focus on the first game, and we call it the Rise to Greatness. It's the St. Clair Saints going up against the top seed, Adamson Falcons. What can we expect from this?
Yeah, both of these teams are very, very talented. But the one matchup na talagang tinututukan ko is Cedric Manzano going up against Babacar Endong.
Wow.
That's going to be one great matchup. Both really powerful players that can impact their teams in a lot of ways. So I'm excited to see that matchup moving forward here in our first matchup.
Napunta naman natin ang unang team, ang St. Clair Saints. Siyempre, kakapanalo lang nila in the Sweet 16 as we can see over Olivares Sea Lions. The score was 70-57. What happened in this game?
I think when you shoot 42% from the field, that puts you in a good position to win the basketball game. And also, St. Clair loves to live and die by that three-pointer. They made 9 three-pointers in that game, and let's see if they can shoot a lot better here. And the key players, like we said, Babacar Endong, Justin Bautista, Charles Burgos, JB Lim that we're really high on, Drick Acosta. This team, their keys to winning is to hustle. More chances of winning if they go after every single loose ball, every single 50-50 ball. That puts them a good chance here to beat Adamson in this first game.
Punta naman natin ang top seed, ang Adamson Falcons, and they reached the Elite 8 after defeating the Diliman Blue Dragons. What happened in this game, Justin?
Also, another field goal story here. They shot 51% from the field. I mean, that is great for a team that will be high octane, shooting a lot of shots. Another thing, too, they limited their turnovers to only single digits, 9 turnovers that game. So if they can take care of the ball the same way they did against Diliman, they're going to be in a good position. Key players, John Earl Medina, we know what he can do. He's a scorer. He's a lengthy guard. We got Enzo Competente, the lefty, Manu Ginobili-like. We got Kenji Cañete, Joshua Barcelona, and of course Cedric Manzano. Had a quiet game, but expect them here to step it up. Keys to winning, they got to dictate that tempo. They need to be in control, because if they don't control the basketball, they don't control the tempo, St. Clair, you can't sleep on them. They might fight back.
I kind of agree with that. Justin, ngayon punta naman natin ang third person sa panel na si Bianca Tagarda with news on both squads. Bianca, good.
Magandang tanghali, Kiko and Justin, and Battle of the Champions nga ang ating matutunghayan for this first match of the Elite 8. As we all know, both the Adamson Soaring Falcons and the St. Clair Saints have a reputable reputation this off-season. They are very busy collecting trophies kaya naman for this big dance. Keeping natin on who will get to advance to the next round. Kiko and Justin?
Maraming salamat, Bianca, for that. Now, before we start the game, hulaan portion. Justin, sobrang dikit ang laban nito, pero sino sa tingin mo ang mananalo?
Yeah, if you guys saw my prediction on the Pinoy Liga social media pages, I predicted that St. Clair is going to win this game. Nothing against Adamson. We know they're the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup champions, but I'm going to pick the underdog here today, and I think St. Clair will come out on top.
Now, kung si Justin St. Clair, ang aking hula naman Adamson Falcons, but by a small margin. So, tignan natin sino tatama sa hula, si Justin o sa akin. Now, puntaan natin ang venue announcer for the introduction of the starting 5.
Welcome here to Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance 25, here at Amorato Arena, Quezon City, presented by the Shawarma Shack. It's the Elite 8 battle between the St. Clair Saints versus the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Live on the official Facebook page and YouTube channel of Pinoy Liga Cup. Now let's meet the starters first from the St. Clair Saints. Starting guard number 0, Justin Bautista. The other guard number 4, Richmond Montejo. Starting forward number 13, Charles Burgos. The other forward number 23, Drake Acosta. And starting center number 57, Babakar Endong. The Saints head coach is Gino Manansala. And now the starters from the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Starting guard number 3, Matt Montebon. The other guard number 15, Ray Allen Torres. Starting forward number 10, Cedric Manzano. The other forward number 20, Eman Anabo. Starting center number 33, Jaire Tumaning. The Soaring Falcons head coach is Nash Rastela. Game referees for this match, crew chief Jess Boras, umpire 1 Dennis Stolik, and umpire 2 John Lesiges.
For both squads, Montebon, Torres, Tomaning, Anabo, Manzano for the Soaring Falcons. For the Saints, we do have Bautista, Monteo, Endong, Burgos, Acosta. Now, this is surprising, Justin. Parang hindi pinantayan ng ni Coach Nash Rosella yung FSA nila with the other FSA ng St. Clair.
Right. I mean, I think that's probably going to be somewhat of a strategy here for Coach Rosella. We know the kind of coaching style that he has, so let's see what that will do here early in the game.
As we see Justin Bautista taking the shot, missing on that one. Rebound ni Montebon. Tumatakbo si Manzano. And seldom that you can see a big man running down the paint.
Cedric Manzano had a quiet game last game, only having 6 points. Now already here, without even a minute yet, putting his name in the game already. So let's see if that will do something towards his aggression and confidence here in our first game.
Tumira ng 3 si Drake. Nagminte si Acosta. Rebound. And right now, si Gaye pala pinasok na nila, no? And apparently si Tomani kasi yung sinabi sa starters, but Gaye is here in the starters for Adamson. Montebon binigay kay Gaye. Oh! And jump ball will be called. At nakaupo na ang Adamson because of making the first basket. Pero ang St. Clair mukhang nangangawit na sila. 1 minute have gone by in the opening period.
As we can see, Gaye and Endong are pretty much the same size height-wise, and also their physical body. And look at Cedric Manzano being aggressive early here.
But Manzano misses both shots. And right now, St. Clair has the basketball. Monteo binigay kay Babakar. Endong, oh, what a steal by Gaye. Gaye gets it to Torres. Torres naghanap ng papasahan. Anabo for the 3. No good. Gaye grabs the board. Gaye gives it up to Ray Allen. Torres naghanap ng papasahan. Binabantay ni Justine. Torres, 5 seconds to shoot. Anabo loses that one. 1 second, they have to make the shot. No good, miss. Rebound won by Anabo, and another possession para sa Adamson. And right now, Montebon rather, missing that 3. Dalawang tres na ang nagmimintis para sa Adamson.
Adamson starting off strong early here, taking some shots that, you know, usually you would not see this early in the game. So, I mean, that's a good sign that the Adamson is staying aggressive early in the game.
But then a lane violation is called on Burgos. So bola babalik sa Adamson. You know, beforehand, ito yung exciting matchup. No, na you can see that with the lineup of St. Clair, parang they match up perfectly against Adamson.
And you got guards that are shifty, that are quick, and then you also got bigs that are pretty lengthy. You know, like we said, Endong and Alison Gaye, pretty much the same size. And you have Cedric Manzano going up against Charles Burgos, who's technically almost the same size as well. but Burgos is a little bit more mobile. So it's going to be some good matchups moving forward here against Adamson and St. Clair.
Montebon has the basketball. He's looking for a teammate. Pick given by Gaye. Torres. 3. Boom!
That's a good-looking shot from Ray Allen Torres. I mean, we've said it before covering Adamson. Pangalan niya Ray Allen. So kung hindi ka shooter, tas pangalan mo Ray Allen, di ko na lang alam. Pero, we know Ray Allen Torres, he has that in his bag. So he's gonna keep shooting that as long as he gets the looks.
And Burgos missing that 3. Bola muli ng Adamson. Torres. One more chance. Yes, sir, for Ray Allen Torres.
Adamson starting off strong here in this game, especially Ray Allen Torres. That's 5 points out of the 7 that Adamson has so far. Let's see if St. Clair can finally buy a basket here in this possession.
It's 7-0, 6:28 remaining. Burgos, binigay kay Bautista. Burgos. Bautista. Fade away, Mintes. Babacar still couldn't make that shot. Burgos grabs the board. Binigay kay Babacar pero naagaw. And now Adamson is on the run. Anabo layup, it's good.
And this is what we're talking about. As long as Adamson dictates the pace, they're going to put themselves in a good position. And so far they are. They're pushing the ball. They're running every chance they get. And they're up 9-0 here in the first quarter.
5:56 remaining. 4 na minuto ng dry ang St. Clair. And that dahil dyan ang St. Clair nagkaroon ng mga substitution. Escobedo enters the game. Ganap ng iba pang papasahan. Here comes Lim. JB, jumper. Still no good. Kaya with the board. And look at Adamson. They're really pushing the ball. A jumper there. Mintes si Ray Allen. And now here comes Escobedo against Montebon. Binigay kay Burgos. Escobedo. 3-point shot, still no good. And look at Adamson, they're really boxing out. Hindi nila pinapayagan si Endong to grab those loose balls.
Yeah, Endong's starting to get some matchup nightmares right now in their previous game against Olivares. No one really matched up with him lengthwise and athleticism-wise. So now he's going up against Demisana, he's going up against Tumaning, he's going up against Alison Gaye. Guys that could match up with his kind of play style. So it's going to be a challenging night for him. And let's see if he steps up.
At ngayon, puntahan naman natin ang ating courtside report na si Bianca Tagarda with some news. Bianca?
Kiko and Justin never celebrate too early. That's what the St. Clair Saints, headed by Coach Gino Manansala, learned in their past few games in parallel leagues. For the 7P champs, who believes that humility is always the key, that same quote will be very helpful in this laglagan matches. They are the only non-UAA18 or NCAA team to seal a spot in the Elite 8. Pero ngayon, tingnan natin if they will get past the top-seeded team here in the Big Dance. Kiko and Justin, what do you think sets the St. Clair Saints apart this Elite 8?
Yes, thank you so much, Bianca. Now, ang maganda sa St. Clair, no, because they really know yung kanilang mga roles in this team. That sets them apart here.
And as we saw there, Babacar Endong drives aggressively to the rim. They need to see a lot more of that. But they cannot have easy baskets for Adamson like that. Lanzone just had a banana cut inside the paint, and JB Lim got caught by the screen. If you're the guy, if you're defending a guy that's setting a screen, you got to make sure if you see your teammate getting pinned, you got to go and switch it, emergency switch it, so that they don't get an easy layup like that. So a little bit more of adjustments here for St. Clair if they want to come back in the game.
And it took St. Clair 5 minutes and 30 seconds before they could score their first basket.
Right, that's something that they got to learn, adjust to here in this first quarter. They got to get some offensive sets, at least for Babacar Endong. When he had that high post drive, he had a clear lane. So they need to start going to that a little bit more.
JB with the ball. He loses that one. And here comes Adamson on the run. Oh, a turnover. Lim with the recovery. Ibanez for the 3. Boom!
And there we go. St. Clair lives and dies by that 3-point line. If they can get that going early in the game and shoot well from there, that's going to give Adamson some problems here.
Here comes Tumaning. Binigay ngayon kay Ronzone. Austin back to Oh, Tumaning, what a great move there.
What I like about Adamson, they get their attempts through their plays, from screens, from banana cuts, and that's only going to benefit them moving forward. Unlike St. Clair, it's a lot of dribbling, a lot of trying to just penetrate and create something and maybe have an emergency pass down low, which is not going to be sustainable. Pero itong si Adamson, they're playing through their system, and they can probably sustain that for quite a while.
It's 15-5 as Tumaning. Short on that one. Yung release pa lang ni Tumaning, alam mo nang short on that free throw.
Yeah, last game, Adamson only shot 7 out of 14 from the free throw line. 50%. That's something that you can't do here, especially laglagan itong mga laro natin. If this is a close game, you got to shoot well from that free throw strike.
Definitely. And now, Escobedo, pinasa kay Mumbagna. Mumbagna missing on that one. Pinagpahinga na si Endong. And right now, Adamson complete control, 10-point lead. Dimasana, binalik kay Medina. Medina, tres, Nakmintes. And now, St. Clair with the basketball. Kumana na naman si Ibanez, pero hindi pumasok on that try. 5 points only for St. Clair, and we are nearing the 2-minute mark ng first quarter.
One thing I gotta say about that shot, Kiko, si Ibanez, Angelo Ibanez, ang layo nung tinira niya, tas fast break three-pointer, pero nakita mo yung mga coaches, parang okay lang, keep shooting. So he probably has that in his bag if the coaches are gonna tell him like, that's fine, keep shooting that shot.
May go signal no?
Oo.
Demisana, meanwhile, passes the ball to Perez. And now here comes Ronzone. Balik kay Perez. Ooh, what a move. Pero he traveled on that one. Oh, there was a foul, a push there. As si Coach Gino was asking for a traveling. And initially, I thought it was a traveling. Pero na dun yung push ni Mumbagna. Yun.
Ibanez looked like on his help. Bumped Perez there.
Perez has it. Binigay ngayon. Erolon tumira ng 3 minutes. And now, Mumbagna with the board. Mumbagna looking for a guard. They have to cross it. Oh, great defense. And those were the times na parang bibira na nga yung offense nyo. Biglang na turnover pa. Probably Mumbagna should have, went straight sa half court bago niya ipasa. No?
And if you're the point guard of St. Clair in that scenario, you go after the ball. You know Mumbagna is not going to dribble that ball across the timeline efficiently. There's going to be a high chance that you turn it over. So if you're a point guard, that's your job. Go get the ball. You're going to have to get the ball from that big man.
And right now, Manzano, binigay kay Escobedo. Oh, they're having problems on the offense. Mandria, rather. Oh, a three-point shot. Ibanez na naman!
Yeah, as we can see, Ibanez really has that in his bag. He shoots it with confidence. He's a straight-up jump shooter. And I like the way he follows through his shots. That's what you have to have when you're going to be a shooter. You got to follow through, and Ibanez has that. And
right now, here comes Erolon. Mandria is now the center. Look at the long arms of Mandria. Iba talaga, no? Iba talaga pag yung center mo, like Mandria, commands, respects inside the shaded lane. Hindi ka talaga makakapasok.
Yeah, I mean, you could see his arms. It's almost to his knees. He has that kind of length. And plus, he looks like a very mobile big for his size.
Oh, yes.
He's not those lanky centers that is going to be a liability on defense or on offense. He can move, he can run, he can jump. So it's exciting to see what he'll bring to this game.
Mandria sets a pick. Pero yung pasa ni Monteo was stolen. Mandria with a steal. Here comes Mandria. Moses, he has to keep that ball up. And look at that. Yun yung nagiging problem ni Moses. No? Madali siya mataranta.
You got to give the ball up. You got to find your point guard. And if you're the point guard, you got to go after the ball. You got to command that basketball, especially when you see a big trying to dribble it down the court. You're the floor general. You got to go after that basketball.
And of course, Of course, what I see si Moses Mandrea is a project eh. I mean, if he could bulk up, itong si Mandrea, naku, mahirap, maraming pasasakitin ang ulo nito.
He has that Wemby-like
Oh, yes!
feel to him.
Wemby, yeah, ito si Moses Mandrea.
Because, you know, when he was trying to dribble the ball, it wasn't like the worst thing that you see.
Yes,
There's some
definitely.
potential there if he can develop some of his instincts and decision-making. Could be something there from Andrea.
Perez. Pero look at Mandrea, talagang whenever you're up against this, yung si Mandrea, parang matatakot ka talaga eh. You will think twice before driving straight to the hoop.
Yeah, he's such a long player. I mean, he can jump too. That's a thing about Mandria. He can jump. He's long. He's athletic. He has good timing. So there's gonna be some potential there for Mandria moving forward here for St. Clair.
And right now, unfortunately for St. Clair kanina, natawagan si Manzano for that one. No? So, pero ang ganda na ng defense ni Mandria on that one. Pero ito si Perez making one free throw. (16-8) is the score. It's sinasabi natin, you always have to start strong.
Yeah, it's key to have a strong start, especially in games like this where, you know, like Lagandito, if you lose the game, that's it, you go home. So it's key to have a strong start. But then, can you sustain that strong start? So that's something Adamson here has to focus on. They're up right now in the first quarter, but can they do the same here? Especially na itong St. Clair, medyo nakakakuha na sila ng momentum. So let's see here if Adamson can get some stops.
And timeout is called. Mukhang may gusto i-clarify talaga si Coach Nash Rosella regarding the last play na tinawagan ng foul yung team niya. And timeout is called, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here in the Pinoy Liga, the Big Dance.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, Adamson still leading by 8 points with 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Itong St. Clair, no, they have good FSAs, pero magkaiba yung playing style nila. We have itong si Babacar Endong, I feel is more comfortable sa offense. Itong si Moses Mandria is more comfortable sa defense.
Agree. I think Mandria is more of a defensive player. I don't think his offense is as polished as Babacar Endong. Si Endong talaga offensively kaya lahat eh.
Oh,
so, let's see.
Oh! Look at the long arms of no!
Yeah, there's you can't develop that. You know, that kind of timing and that kind of length. That's God-given, that kind of length. So Mandria there, great job keeping the basketball alive, and you could just see his towering arms against Perez. And Perez isn't a short player; he's tall too. He's around 6'8", maybe 6'7". So I mean, Mandria has a bright future here for the Saints.
Meanwhile, a three-point shot by Ronzone misses, and after 10 minutes of basketball action here in the Elite Eight, the score is 16-10 in favor of the top seed, Adamson Soaring Falcons. We'll be back.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Maligdem along with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda. We are live here in Amoranto Sports Complex in Quezon City. And this is the Elite 8, the Pinoy Liga Big Dance. St. Clair Saints going up against Adamson Soaring Falcons. Who will win this? The Saints will fly. The Falcons will soar. Who will reign after this game?
That's a great intro there for the second quarter, Kiko. Ako yung na-inspire maglaro.
And now, first possession is with St. Clair. And now, dumangkas. Binigay kay Ibanez. Ibanez, tumira muli ng press. Oh my goodness! Third three-point shot.
Angelo Ibanez. Wow, that is a tough shot. Being able to punch, dribble, and fade to the left side in that cross-step back move. Oh my goodness, what a move from Ibanez.
And that is his third three-point shot. And all of the points from the three-point zone ng St. Clair have come galing kay Ibanez.
Yeah, Ibanez is balling out right now. I mean, this is what we're talking about for Adamson. Adamson had a strong start. They dictated the pace to start this ball game up. They went on a 9-0 run, and then now they're only up by 3. You've got to sustain strong starts, and Adamson needs to punch back here as St. Clair has their momentum.
And St. Clair sues for time. They're down by 3. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Maligdem along with Justin Alfonso. And of course, Bianca Tagarda on the sidelines. Bola ng St. Clair. 17 seconds to shoot. JB Lim doing the inbound. Nanap nila si Moses. And now, Clint. Balik kay Ibanez pero short on that one. I think Adamson found out how Ibanez moves kaya talagang pinantayan na nila.
Ibanez will shoot that basketball anytime he gets a chance. And Adamson needs to be aware. This team, St. Clair, in their previous game against Olivares, attempted 27 three-pointers in that game. Dun palang alam mo, they're going to live and die by that three-pointer. And honestly, that's what got them back in this game here. So Adamson now, I'm sure they made the adjustment to make sure that they guard that three-point line a little bit better here in the second quarter.
Meanwhile, ito si Clint Manzano. You gotta love si Gaye, no? Itong si Gaye, despite being, a center, talagang mahabol siya, talagang dumidepensa siya, no?
Alison Gaye is an athletic big guard, a big forward as well. We saw Babacar Endong in the game already. We saw Mandria also in the game. We see different kinds of FSAs. Ito naman si Alison Gaye, kind of reminds me of like a Lester Prosper type
Lester Prosper.
of player where he's long, he's also physically imposing where he can use his physical strength down low, and he has some offensive moves. When he gets it down low in the post, he can get some work done. Unlike si Mandria, like we said, more on defense, more on blocking shots, keeping the possession alive. Babacar Endong is more of a slasher, scorer. So it's nice to see what's going to happen here. And what I like to see from Adamson the dynamic between Gaia and Cedric Manzano being in the game at the same time. You have a typical 5 in Allison Gaia, then you have a prototypical stretch 4 in Cedric Manzano who could play in the post, who could also play from the mid-range game. So Adamson has a lot of weapons. They just can't let St. Clair get any confidence moving forward if they want to win.
And imagine earlier, it was a 13-2 lead for Adamson, pero slowly but surely, St. Clair is back in the thick of things. 16-13. Grabe oh. 13-2. So it means, parang ano eh, no? Nag 11-3 run ang St. Clair since that one. Ito naman si JB, may hawak ng bola. Binigay ngayon kay Burgos. They're looking for Justine. Babacar is back here. 16-13, 8-14 remaining, 7 seconds to shoot. JB! No! Miss! Gaia with a board. Montebon. Calling the shots right now inside the court. Cañete. Gaia has it. Balik kay Montebon. Montebon. Oh! Extra pass.
That's a good pass from Montebon. He gets deep inside into the paint. Saw that. Allison Gaia's defender kind of shaded up. A great dump down pass and a perfect execution of a pick and roll.
And right now, Bautista with the basketball. Dumangkas. Binigay kay JBL. Hindi wrestling yan ha, JBL. Ito si Dumangkas for the 3. No good. And I think right now, St. Clair wants to wax hot sa outside to give an opportunity sa kanilang inside player to score. And right now, let's hear it from Bianca Tagarda, who has some news from us.
Kiko and Justin, I've talked to Joshua Barcelona of the Adamson Soaring Falcons before the game, and medyo nakaka-nosebleed man siya kausap as he's from England. But he shares to me that back in the UK, football was his first sport. However, upon having uncles and even his dad, the PBA players here in the Philippines, it inspired him to learn basketball as well. For Joshua, he knows the Tagalog language and embraces his role as a bridge among his teammates who mostly came from abroad. Kiko and Justin, what can you say upon the trajectory or yung performance nitong si Joshua Barcelona all throughout the Big Dance?
All right, thank you so much, Bianca. I think si Joshua is trying to feel his way to the team, pero he has shown flashes of brilliance in this tournament so far.
When you come from a different country, a different style of basketball, and you come here to the Philippines, honest to God, I think this is my opinion of Philippine basketball.
Well, based from experience,
yeah,
I know.
based off experience, as we see the Coco Life rebound of the game here. But yeah, going to my experience of, coming from another country and coming here to the Philippines, I think Philippines has a very, very original way of playing basketball. I don't think there's any other place in the world that plays basketball the way Filipinos do. It's so hard to explain when it's like you just gotta have to experience it. The game is a lot more physical. And one thing that I have noticed, you see 6'5", 6'4", center and forwards that are physically imposing. But when you go to the States, 6'4", 6'5" is a point guard. And you don't see that in any other countries. Maybe you see it in Indonesia and some other Southeast Asian countries. But here in the Philippines, you got 6'5" centers that are highly skilled. So I'm sure Joshua has some time adjusting. If you're coming from the UK, that's the European style of basketball. That's a lot of systematic gameplay that's very similar to the Philippines, but there's a lot of talent with that systematic gameplay. So I'm sure Barcelona is going to take some time to really get into the mix of Philippine basketball, and no other place to do it here but Adamson with Coach Racela at the helm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Who's a legend in Philippine basketball.
Yeah, at saka si Coach Nash medyo talagang pasensyoso. I mean, he has his patience sa pag-develop ng players. And he wants that, yung mga talagang dinidevelop niya eh. And right now, Demesana, oh, what a pass inside, pero block! Ooh, what a block there by Burgos.
One guy that I'm highly on is Charles Burgos. I was teammates with him for a season in the MPBL. I mean, last game against Olivares, 11.7 rebounds. That's a pretty good output. but Charles Burgos has length. He's mobile. He can shoot. He can be in the post. He's like a typical stretch 4. So let's see what he can do here against an UAAP team in Adamson.
8 seconds to shoot. Justin, he drives. Drake throws it up. No good. Rebound. Babacar. Mintes pa rin. And Justin was fouled. I mean, those shots na tinitira na sa loob, those were gimmies already if ever, as we take a look at the defensive play of the game brought to you by Buffalo's Wings and Things. Going back to what I'm saying, or I was saying, those shots ni na Babacar were gimmies already if ever na hindi nila kalaban yung kasing tangkad ng Adamson.
Yeah, Adamson has some length to it. You know, even their local players in Perez and Demesana, those are some lengthy players with some athleticism to them. So Babacar Endong, Charles Burgos, they're going to have a long night. They're going to be battling inside all day long if they're going to get this dub. As they tie the ball game up and they have a chance to get their first lead here in this game. I mean, St.CLARE, once they get things going, once they get some confidence under their belt, they're a hard team to beat. You can't really deny the kind of skill and system St.CLARE has, as they're already up here in this game against Adamson.
And the first time they have tasted the lead, 1918. And would you believe that is just the first 2 points of Justin Bautista? Ganun ka sila kaalat ng first quarter.
Yeah, Justin Bautista had a phenomenal game against Olivares, 16.7 rebounds. I mean, that's a really good output.
Yes.
And you could see by all of the players' performances for St.CLARE, they got some guys that can really go and play for the Saints.
And right now, St.CLARE with a lead. Demisana, his pass stolen by JBL. Lim, may tanga ng bola. He's up against Ronzoni. Ooh! But the official said he was fouled on the way to the basket, so no count.
We can see again our officials starting to call some fouls a little bit more stricter, because they're not trying to disrupt the flow of the game where players are being a little bit too physical, a little bit more of hand grabbing. So they're trying to keep the game clean here so that we could get a good flow of the game, and that's a great job by our referees to do that here in just the first half.
And right now, 19-18, 4:46 remaining as St.CLARE has the lead. That was the first, or this is the first time na nakatikim ang St.CLARE ng kalamangan after being down by double digits early on in the first quarter. And you know, I'm not surprised if there's one thing who can really come back from a slow start. St.CLARE would be that team.
St.CLARE, they got so much weapons, and the way they play is very explosive. Once they get things going, they go. They don't look back. So let's see if they can get that same momentum here going in the second half of the second quarter. And let's see if Babacar Endong can start to get things going. If I'm not mistaken, he only has 2 points so far in this ball game. So let's see if he could get some touches, get some good looks, and get his confidence going here for his squad.
19-18 score, 4:32 remaining. Anabo, binigay kay Erolon, and Ronzone has it. Balik kay Anabo, Perez. Anabo has it. And they're playing that pick and roll thing. That's what I've noticed. Pag may yung big man, talagang nagpipick and roll sila.
And they have the advantage to do that because they're bigs when they receive the ball. Pretend they're not down low right away after that pick. They have the ball skills to play in the mid-range area and maybe penetrate, pull up for a jumper. And the guards have good patience to let the play develop. That's what the pick and roll is sometimes. You got to let it develop.
Anabo, meanwhile, missing on that one. Rebound by Babacar. Endong so far has only scored 3 points in this game. So let's see. He's being guarded well by the defense of the Soaring Falcons. Justin, binigay kay Monteo, 6 seconds to shoot. Drake is also silent so far. And look at the defense by Erolon. Erolon has it. 3-on-2 fast break. But he missed that layup. Drake, binigay kay Endong. Endong! Yes, sir!
And that's what you want to see from Endong, and a great job by St.CLARE looking up right away. That's what you got to do. We talked about in the pregame. Whoever dictates the pace will most likely have the upper hand in this game. And now it has switched. Adamson did it in the first quarter. Now it's St. Clair dictating the pace.
It's an 8-0 run. Tumira ng tres. Boom!
Oh my goodness, Justin Bautista. That's what we're talking about. This team lives and dies by that three-pointer. And St. Clair is living right now from that three-point strike.
And it's an 11-0 run, ladies and gentlemen. 11-0. Oh, finally. Perez scores on that one. To stop the bleeding para sa Adamson. And would you believe that Adamson has only scored 4 points in this second quarter? Timeout is called as we take a look at the highlights here in the Pinoy Liga, the Big Dance.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
Hindi aabot ang data.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Maligdam along with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda as we bring you this matchup between St. Clair and Adamson. It's before the basket of Perez. It was an 11-0 run by St. Clair. And would you believe, Justin, St. Clair has already hit 5 3-pointers compared to just 1 for Adamson.
Yeah, we know St. Clair to be the team that will really shoot that three to the very end buzzer. I mean, this team will live and die by that, and when you have that kind of play style, you're never out of the game. Like the Golden State Warriors in their prime in 2016, 2017, they lived and died by that three-pointer, and you could never count them out the game. And that's St. Clair here in the Pinoy Liga Big Dance.
24-20. Monteo, 7 seconds to shoot. Binigay kay Bautista. Kumana! Boom!
Oh my goodness. That was NBA reigns from Justin Bautista. Back-to-back three-pointers to the young man already.
And right now, Adamson down by 7. Torres, Mintes. And now they're feeling the heat. They're on a dry spell. It's as if they're living in a desert right now. Samantala ang St. Clair, they feel it's like La Nina. Tuloy-tuloy ang pag-ulan ng tres. 27-20. Montejo drives. What a move. Burgos grabs that miss. However, he missed that one. Bola muli ng St. Clair. Back to the basket by Papa Carendong.
A great job there, though, by Charles Burgos, making sure he keeps the ball alive to give them a chance. And that's what we're talking about again in the pregame. Hustle. You got to hustle, go after 50-50 balls, and that's what St. Clair is doing right now as well. Up by 9 here in the second quarter.
Tumira ng jumper. Si Erolon missing on that one. And all of a sudden, Adamson is, is very dry, is very, they couldn't buy a basket. They have only scored 4 points. And we're just nearing the end of the second quarter.
Wow. I mean, this squad right here, the St. Clair squad, they're a fire starter. I mean, once they have the fire on, it's going to be hard to call the firefighters and take it out because they believe and live with their momentum. And St. Clair right now, they have it going here in the second quarter.
29-20, Medina. He has the ball. He has been silent so far. And a turnover.
Wow. I mean, if you're Adamson here in the second quarter, if you're noticing the referees are calling it strict here in the second quarter, if you miss a shot, just get back on defense. Don't try to go after it again or pressure defense right away unless Coach Lasela is telling you to pressure full court. No need to reach, no need to try and grab that basketball. Just lay back, go back on defense, set it up, and try to get a stop.
Mandria, binigay ngayon kay Montejo. Here comes Manzano, 7 seconds. Manzano drives, stolen there by Medina. Erolon back to Medina, layup, it's good!
Great job by John Earl Medina putting the ball forward, using his body against Mandria, who is trailing him, to make sure that he does not get a shot blocked by the long arms of Mandria.
18 seconds remaining. Montejo, they will try to shoot or make the last play in this quarter. Escobedo, boom!
Oh my goodness. This St. Clair squad is putting on a show here in the second quarter. They're moving the ball, they're penetrating, they're hustling, they're controlling the pace, and Adamson getting the life sucked out of them right now. And let's see if they can punch back here in the second half.
And as we take a look at the second quarter highlights, we'll be back here in the Pinoy Liga, the Big Dance.
No worries, dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today. No worries, dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, Only Messenger. Only TikTok. Only ML. Only Chikahan. Plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
My future.
Right? What's the plan? I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
You know how we do it.
we started ang family business talaga namin, talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop, yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
When is our app not just an app? When it gives you more with every tap, it puts power in your hands and makes you feel special along the way. It's your account manager, bills viewer and payment partner, balance checker, promo loader, points collector, and rewards giver of the stuff you love. When is our app not just an app? When it's the Smart app. Download it now. When is our app not just an app? When it gives you more with every tap, it puts power in your hands and makes you feel special along the way. It's your account manager, bills viewer and payment partner, balance checker, promo loader, points collector, and rewards giver of the stuff you love. When is our app not just an app? When it's the Smart app. Download it now.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT saya all. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 32-22. What a great reversal of fortunes in just one quarter. The Adamson Falcons on top or down by 10 points over the St.CLARE Saints. As we take a look at the halftime stats, malaking difference dyan, the rebounds of St.CLARE with 22 compared to just 14 for Adamson. Assist department, Adamson has a +3 advantage, and also in the turnovers, they have a +4. 8 only for Adamson, 12 for St.CLARE. But the biggest factor here is the free throws with 3 out of 4, 1 out of 3. And not to mention here, it's not indicated here, the number of 3-point shots made by St.CLARE. They have already made at least 7 3-pointers compared to just 1 for Adamson. As we take a look at the leading scorers for both squads, for St.CLARE, Ibanez with 9, Bautista with 8, and Babacar Endong with 7. On the other side, we have Torres with 5, Perez with 3, and Austin Ronzoni with 2 points. Justin, what happened here in the first half? Just to recap the things that happened. Why is St.CLARE on top right now?
Adamson had a strong start in the first quarter. Went on a 9-0 run to start things off here in our first game. But then St.CLARE slowly crept up at the end of that first quarter. But in the second quarter, Ibanez went on a tear. hitting 3 3-pointers in that quarter, getting him to 9 points. I mean, those were very, very tough shots. Another guy, too, was Justin Bautista for St. Clair. I mean, once St. Clair gets things going, it's very hard to stop them. Kumpiyansa sila. And when you live and die by the three-pointer the way St. Clair does, you can never count them out in the game. I think Adamson had a good start. They kind of let their gas off the pedal just a little bit when they built that 16-9 lead they had in the first quarter with St. Clair. And slowly but surely, itong si St. Clair lived and died by the way they played their game. And look at this. They're up 10 here, starting in the second half.
What I'm expecting right now for Adams, they will play Medina and Manzano more. That's what I'm expecting right now. And now as we take a look at Ronzone, binigay ngayon kay Cedric. Here comes Anabo. Look at the passing of Adamson. Oh, what a pass inside, Cedric. Simpling basket for Manzano.
That was a great action there from Adamson on the right side of the court. Started off on a DHO. Manzano set the screen on the screener. He cut down deep, and a great job by Anamo, penetrating all the way, finding Manzano wide open for that reverse leg.
Montejo, his pass to Escobedo was stolen. And right now, Ronzone, nakita si Montebon. Montebon decides to pass to Perez, pero short on that one. Montebon has it. Hiningi ni Manzano. Manzano low post. He feels he has advantage here, pero sees someone free. Ronzone, binalik kay Manzano. Oh, pinahirapan niya ang sarili niya. Sabi niya, basket is good.
And here comes Cedric Manzano once again. Back-to-back two-pointers here for Cedric Manzano. Puts this lead down to 6. You would wonder, where was this in second quarter for Adamson? Moving the ball, sharing the ball, penetrating, moving, and getting easy baskets.
Siguro, nabigyan sila ng sermon ni Coach Nash. And there is a foul. Lumipad si Mandri.
And here comes St. Clair. When you start to see Adamson starting to get some momentum, if you're St. Clair, you have to make sure that you're able to respond.
And right now, let's listen to Bianca Tagardo, who has some news from the sidelines. Bianca?
Kiko and Justin, as one of the core for St. Clair, Charles Burgos embraces his responsibility in passing the legacy as this is his last playing year. Coming from the University of Santo Tomas before, it was Coach Gino Manansala who gave him a second chance to play again, but this time for St. Clair. Pero para kay Charles, pangarap ko ito, and no matter how homesick I am na bumalik to my hometown, that is Isabela, I will always remember what brought me here, and that is my love for my sport, basketball. Kiko and Justin?
Oh, thank you so much, Bianca. And while Bianca was talking, grabe yung pasa, no? I mean, Adamson has been very active right now.
Yeah, as you can see there, another perfect pick and roll execution coming from Montebon to Perez. I mean, that's what you like to see from Adamson. That's what their type of play style is. Once they get their bigs and guards involved, they have enough patience and skill to really get things going with that pick and roll action.
Right now, it's 32-28 as Adamson having a 6-0 run here. So tingnan natin kung mabe-break na ng St. Clair ang kanilang katahimikan. JBL, look at a move against Montebon. Ho, ho, ho! JB Lim with the 3.
Oh my goodness gracious, JB Lim. What a fantastic move, driving to the right side, pulling it back for a step back 3. I mean, wow, what a shot.
Pero bumawi naman. And Cedric Manzano is getting things done on the other end as we take a look at that one.
Yes, Cedric Manzano has such a polished low post game. He could go right, he could go left, he could take the bang from any other defender. I mean, Cedric Manzano, the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup MVP, he has it in his bag. And if they're going to come back and win this game, Cedric Manzano needs to have a big game. And so far here, he's showing the force in the second half.
7 points in the third quarter alone for Cedric Manzano. And they are just down by 4 points. Bautista, great defense there by Montebon. Hindi nakaporma si Bautista at that time. At that time, rather, missed by Acosta. And Adamson is really working on their defense, making it hard para sa St. Clair.
A great job there, making it hard for Justin Bautista to get a good look. He wasn't able to get that attempt up. And as soon as they did the DHO with Endong and Bautista, they were still there. Bautista had no choice but to give it up. A great defensive possession there from Adamson.
And of course, we'd like to say hello and thank you so much for watching. Lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin all around the globe sa Facebook page ng Pinoy Liga at sa YouTube channel. Also, si Miss Flor Parinas watching. Thank you so much, ma'am, for watching here. And of course, after this, we'll have Mapua and Perpetual. Isa sa mga inaabangan din na matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, thank you so much also watch sa pagpapanood si Ref Fernan de la Cruz watching through the Smart Sports page. And of course, si Glenn Harot. 35-31, ladies and gentlemen, Kiko Maligdem along with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda as officials trying to review that last play. And slowly but surely, Adamson is crawling back. And they have scored 9 points in this quarter compared to just 3 para sa St. Clair. And parang like what we were saying, we are expecting that Manzano and Medina to play more in the second half.
And as we can see, Manzano already taking advantage of the minutes. Manzano is on a tear right now in the low post, despite Babacar Endong being the defender. And like we talked about in the pregame, it's going to be a great matchup between Cedric Manzano and Babacar Endong. And so far, Cedric Manzano is winning that matchup battle. So let's see if Babacar Endong can respond here, as Adamson is starting to creep their way back into the game. Only now a 4-point lead from a 10-point lead here for St. Clair.
And ladies and gentlemen, also greeting Marco De Vera watching from Rizal. Sabi niya, let's go University. Oh, Adamson University. Yan, ha? And possession will go to St. Clair with 2.7 seconds remaining. Let's see. Oh, that was too high. They have to put it up. Oh, look at the defense by Adamson. Manzano wants it. Oh, slipped out off his hands.
As you can see, Cedric Manzano, it's game time for this young man. I mean, every time he gets the ball, he's going right away. Too bad he lost control of that, but Charles Burgos here needs to get his base strong and nice and wide, because now we can see Cedric Manzano making sure that he gets the ball down low post and work his way inside.
And of course, also saying hello to those watching in www.pusop.com. We can also be seen in that platform, pusop.com, Smart Sports, Pinoy Liga Facebook, and YouTube channel. 35-31. Endrick Acosta has not yet scored in this game after having a great, Sweet 16 match.
Yeah, Endrick Acosta had a really nice game in the previous game. I mean, let's just see here if in the second half, can have a better start.
Montebon missing on that one. Sabi ni Endong, tama na. It's our chance. It's our turn. Oh, inside. Babacar couldn't make that one.
Wow, JB Lim, what a pass, but Babacar Endong couldn't finish.
Montebon gets a pick from Manzano. Ooh, what a shot there by Montebon.
Yeah, Montebon has that mid-range in his bag. He could get to that spot, but all that he's doing well right now too is playing in that pick and roll, finding his bigs. So now he's starting to show that he can shoot that shot too.
Ibanez balik na ulit sa game. Difference maker for Coach Gino. And look at that, JB has it. JB puts up a shot. Oh, yes. JBL with a basket.
Yeah, JB Lim is the guy that you can count on in last-second decisions like that. He has that kind of finish in his game.
Meanwhile, Manzano, thinking three, decides not to take that shot. Perez, on top of the key, binigay kay Montebon. Ronzone has his 6 seconds to shoot. Inside. Oh, yes, sir.
What a great job by Perez there. Noticing that Burgos is playing him up a little bit too much. Little fake on the left side, goes down for a backdoor cut. And a great job by Ronzone, keeping his dribble alive and finding his big man down low.
37-35. You know, itong team ng Adamson, no, we can say they're underrated compared to other UAAP teams na merong mga high-profile names na players. Pero if you notice, if you see them play, grabe, no, they fit well into the system of Coach Nash.
Adamson is a dark horse in the UAAP in this coming season. They have enough talent to compete with the big schools. Like you said, they don't have the big names, but they got the big system.
JB missing on that one. Rebound won by Justine. And there is a foul called.
Yeah, JB Lim has been an impact player here in this third quarter. Medyo siya ang kumakana ngayon dito para sa St. Clair. Everybody else kind of slowed down here in the second half. They're only up by 2 here. They have to realize if they're going to keep this game close all throughout the game, they're giving Adamson a chance to win this game.
All of the points of St. Clair have come from JB Lim. And that is 5 points already. And traveling is called on Babacar Endong, and Babacar seems to, to be having some problems. Grabe, no? The defense, when he had, all day long celebration dun sa laban nila against Olivares, pero dito talagang parang every moment na hawak niyang bola may lumalaban sa kanya,
That's what happens when you play against a team like Adamson and Coach Nacella's coaching system. You're going to be well scouted. There's going to be a game plan, a defensive game plan if you're going to be one of the main guys on the opposing teams. They're going to have defensive schemes that will force you to take and make tough shots. And that's what's happening here with Babacar Endong.
37-35. Bola ng St. Clair, JBL. Nayawak ng bola, binigay kay Endong. Babacar, not his zone. Here comes Drick. Acosta, jumper. Oh, yes. Finally, for Drick Fernand Acosta.
Yeah, Drick Acosta, what a shot there. Fading away mid-range, Jay. That should get his confidence going here in the second half.
Meanwhile, Erolon, binigay ngayon kay Medina. Balik kay Erolon. 10 seconds to shoot. Erolon, kumana ng tres. In and out. Rebound by Ronzone. Now Medina. No good still. Drick has the basketball. Acosta running through. Oh! Public display of rejection.
Oh my gosh. What a block by John Earl Medina.
Napauna lang tayo, no?
Wow, John Earl Medina. He pinned that ball on the glass. LeBron James, that was
just
nuts.
When we thought that Acosta has all day to lay it up, na doon bigla, hindi pinabayaan, hindi pinagbigyan.
Wow, what a block from John Earl Medina.
Meanwhile, a jumper, oh yes, by Anabo. Making that one. 37 for Adamson, 39 for St. Clair. As we have St. Clair with the basketball. JBL, he drives. Nakay Drick Acosta. Boom!
Yeah, Drick Acosta waking up here in the third quarter. 5 points for this young man already in a span of 2 minutes.
42-37. Medina, binigay kay Anabo. Balik kay Medina. Medina, he drives. He's looking for Anabo. Anabo for the three. No good. Rebound by JBL. And now here comes Burgos. Balik kay Acosta. Acosta has the hot hand. Burgos has it. Charles. CB13 takes a shot. Short. Now, Ronzone may hawak ng bola. 1:19 remaining. Ronzone tries.
Oh my goodness.
Butata! And now Adamson has a possession. 7 seconds. Medina. Oh my goodness!
Wow, John Earl Medina. Grabe yung tira na yun when he received the ball. He looked at the opposite side of the court to look at the shot clock to see how much time he has. And when he looked, he saw there was 3 seconds. He threw that thing up, and it was nothing but the bottom.
And meanwhile, there's some confusion right now as there's still 49.9 seconds remaining. A 3-point shot by Medina. It should be 40 already if that went in. (42-37). Meanwhile, Tumira Mintes rebound. 38 seconds remaining. Ronzone has it. Medina has the basketball. Binigay kay Barcelona. Barcelona. Nowhere to go. Binigay kay Tumaning. Ronzone drives. Medina. Isa na naman. Boom!
Wow, John Earl Medina. That is back-to-back three-pointers for the young man, putting his team up by 1 now.
1 point lead by Adamson. And what a way. Sinasabi natin, Manzano and Medina should work hand in hand, and they did. As Acosta misses that one. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, balik ang kalamangan sa Adamson after 30 minutes of basketball action. We'll be back here in the Pinoy League of the Big Dance.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Maligdam along with Justin Alfonso, kasama si Bianca Tacarda. We are bringing you this first of the quadruple header for the Elite 8. Until mamaya pa tayo, no, Justin? So if you're near Amoranto Sports Complex, please join us. All 4 games are guaranteed. Slam bang, basketball action. Fourth quarter. 43-40. Mukhang nagpapalitan sila ng quarter, no? Yung odd numbers, parang sa Adamson. Let's see if this fourth quarter magiging sa pabor ng St. Clair.
Yeah, whoever wins this fourth quarter right here is most likely going to win this basketball game. So it's going to be important for one of these teams to have a strong start. And if you're not the team having a strong start, you got to be able to respond. You cannot let your opponents get too much of a lead where you're going to be catching up in the end game, and that's going to be difficult, especially if you're playing either Adamson or St. Clair. Both teams can really turn it on and get a lead.
Mandria, may hawak ng bola. Not his zone. 8 seconds. Oh, there's a foul on Montebon. Masyado daw siyang close kay Bautista. Pinawagan ng foul.
This is going to be an exciting end game here. I mean, 1-point lead from both of the teams and a low-scoring game as well. Both teams just up to 85 points combined here. So let's see what they'll do here in the fourth quarter.
Drake Acosta, after a quiet first half, shot 5 points or made 5 points in the third quarter. Monteo, forced shot, great defense by Montebon. And now, here comes Anabo. 43-42, 9:05 remaining. Montebon binigay kay Manzano. Manzano, back to Montebon. Pick given by Perez, hindi ginamit ni Montebon. Instead, tumira siya ng tres ng Quintes. Mandria with the board. And now, Monteo getting some instruction from the coaching staff. 8:45 remaining, 1-point lead for the Soaring Falcons. St. Clair Saints having problems in this possession. 7 seconds to shoot. Ronzone sticking close kay Bautista in Austin. Ronzone could not believe it. As we take a look at the shacking play of the game, brought to you by the Shawarma Shack. Tamang-tama talaga yan, no? Shawarma Shack. Pag gutom ka na, isang Shawarma Shack, murang-mura pa.
Buy one, take one.
Yes! Sa circuit nga on Monday, makapunta nga doon.
Sarap talaga ng shawarma Shack.
Yes.
Favorite ko ang shawarma.
And timeout is called by Coach Gino Manansara, and the St. Clair Saints will be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a continuing coverage of the Pinoy Liga the Big Dance Elite 8. As slowly but surely, we are nearing the end game of the 2025 Pinoy Liga the Big Dance. Malalaman natin the toughest team. Sino ba ang may will to rise to the top? St. Clair Saints, seeded number 9, are in a dogfight against the top seed Adamson Soaring Falcons. The lone na ASCO team kalaban ng the lone UAAP team remaining. And puntaan natin si Bianca Tagarda with some updates from the sidelines. Bianca.
Kiko and Justin, sabi nga ni Coach Gilbert Lau of the Adamson Soaring Falcons, extra effort na lang tayo. We're almost there. Ibigay nyo na ang lahat. During the timeout, earlier during the third quarter, both teams have exchanged baskets, leading to a 43-42 score at the start of this last 10 minutes. But for a team like Adamson, who have such a reputation and system, Kiko and Justin, what do you think do they need to do to win this game?
Right, thank you so much, Bianca. Well, right now they're doing well. Diba? They have recovered from a bad second quarter, Justin. No?
What Adamson is doing right now is what they need to continue here in the fourth quarter. Play good defense and run your system. They're getting good shots on the offensive end and they're getting stops on the defensive end. Now you can't have that. You can't let St. Clair get second chance opportunities here in the fourth quarter.
5 seconds to shoot. JBL, binigay kay Drake. He has to put it up. Drake for the 3. Short on that one. And right now, Adamson laying well offensively and defensively.
And one thing that Adamson is doing well is forcing St. Clair into some really tough one-on-one shots. And if you're St. Clair, you can't play hero ball at this stage of the game. You got to go back to what was working in that second quarter, in that third quarter.
As we take a look at the quarter scores, just like what we're saying, first and third quarter, Adamson had the advantage, pero in second quarter, St. Clair.
Yeah, they gotta go to that 21-6 second quarter where they were shooting from their system. They were pushing the ball, dictating the pace, and that's what we were talking about in pregame. Is dictating the pace. St. Clair dictated the pace in that second and in that second quarter. I'm sorry, and let's see if they can get some of that going here and steer away from one-on-one basketball.
And like what we've been saying, 16-10 end of the first quarter, second quarter, 6-22, this time in favor of St. Clair. And then third quarter, 21-10.
Wow, 21-10 run para sa Adamson dun sa third quarter na yun.
So the officials will review right now yung sinasabing, I believe that 3-point shot by Torres early on, as it's being questioned by the St. Clair team. Sabi, 2-pointer daw. So let's see. The officials are trying to review that one. Siyempre, every shot might be the decision maker dito, no? Malay mo yung 3-point shot, 2 points lang pala, nagkadikitan sa dulo.
Right. Yeah, every point counts here in games like this. Especially, like we said, laglagan to.
Yes.
Whoever wins will move on to the Final Four. That's exciting. So, very important end game here with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. The question is, can St. Clair come back and go back to what was working for them in the second quarter? Excuse me.
And now the officials trying to finalize their call. So let's wait for the official announcement. Maganda yung ganito, no? Habang medyo hindi pa dikit yung dulo, medyo na re-resolve na nila.
Being able to correct some calls.
The 3-point shot of Torres is 3 points. Verified by our referees.
And it's going to be a 3-point basket. It will stay a 3 there.
Yes.
For Ray Allen Torres.
They really confirmed that it was indeed a 3-pointer.
Yeah, they look like they asked a few times to make sure.
Yes, definitely. As we see Montebon, 13 seconds to shoot. Montebon has it. Oh, what a pass inside. Pero masikip yan. Medina, isa na naman. Nagmintes this time. Pero Montebon was able to grab that ball. And the officials whistled a foul, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul there as Montebon was able to grab that basketball but was in tight quarters. But as we saw, it's going to be a contact foul here against St. Clair.
46-42, 6:58 remaining. Manzano, balik kay Montebon. Montebon, he drives. His pass, stolen by Endong. And now St. Clair will have the possession. Tumatakbo ang St. Clair. Ibanez has it. Gets it to Endong. Endong loses that one, but he recovers it. Endong, he drives, passes it. Oh, what a block inside. Grabe, yung depensa ng Adamson inside. They're not allowing easy baskets.
Babacar Endong having a really tough time trying to finish down low with the bigs of Adamson. As in, pagkuha pa lang ni Babacar Endong ng bola, scramble right away Adamson, trying to make it difficult against Babacar Endong. And for Endong, it's been a rough night for him trying to finish down low as he couldn't finish in that situation, but he will have 2 here to try and redeem himself.
He makes that one. That is only the 8th point of Babacar Endong in this game.
Yeah, it looks like Adamson knew coming in that they needed to have a strategy against Babacar Endong to make sure that St. Clair does not get enough momentum moving forward and try and win in this game.
Manzano thinking 3. Decides to give to Montebon. Montebon, well, he loves to roam around under the basket, and look at that.
Yeah, I mean, as a point guard, You need to have that Steve Nash dribble. That's what they call when you go out through the baseline and continue and keep your dribble alive to look for your teammates.
And now it's 49-43. St. Clair still silent in this quarter, and it has been 5:53 remaining in the final quarter.
St. Clair has been playing hero ball almost all of the fourth quarter, where they're just trying to go one-on-one and try and make things happen for themselves instead of going to a play or a set system.
49-43. And Torres has scored all of the points para sa Adamson. Oh, JBL loses that one. 2-on-1 fast break. Medina takes the shot. Ooh, nagmintis. But they recovered it. Perez, Manzano, and now Torres has it. Expect Torres to get a pick, which he does. And then Torres back to Manzano. 2 seconds. Manzano missing on that one. And the Manzano on the other team grabs that board. Halfway through the fourth and final quarter. Babacar, binigay kay JBL. Lim, looking for a teammate. He gets it to Drake. Acosta. His pass, stolen. And now here comes Adamson, Medina, trying to use the clock to their advantage. However, he sees Perez for the three, nagmintis. 49-43, 4:24 remaining. JBL calling a play, setting it up for St. Clair. Pop out, si Ibanez. Ibanez has been silent. Pero ito si Drake Acosta, no go. And si Ibanez, first half, explosive, pero second half, medyo tahimik siya.
Yeah, right here, as we can see, 5-point lead here for Adamson with 4 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. St. Clair needs to get something going offensively. Something isn't working here for St. Clair on the offensive end. A lot of one-on-one that we are seeing, a lot of hero ball that we are seeing, but we need to see them push the pace. When they get the ball, they gotta go right away. That's what they're good at. So let's see if they can get a stop here and not come up with an empty possession in their next possession here offensively.
And right now, Barcelona has it. Binigay ngayon kay Anabo. Anabo. Oh, what a pass to Perez. He stepped on the line, according to the official.
And here it is. There's that one stop for St. Clair. Now, can they get something on offense? If they could get a basket here, that still puts them in a good place. It's still a long basketball game here.
3:33 remaining.
Oh, there were 6 guys on the floor here for Adamson.
Oh.
And St. Clair saying that that should be a technical foul. Let's see what exactly here what the referees will call.
It has been and like right now, 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. It has been 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and St. Clair has not yet scored in the fourth quarter.
Wow. What a great defensive quarter here para sa Adamson SOARING Falcons, and for St. Clair not being able to adjust to the defensive scheme of Adamson. So now the most important 3 minutes and 30 seconds will be played here for St. Clair, and let's see if they could still get something going here on the offensive end.
And they haven't scored a field goal kasi nakashoot na sila ngayon ng free throw from that technical foul. Let's see if it will start something. Pero their plays towards kay Endong nababasa eh, no?
Yeah, Adamson knows that they're trying to find Babacar Endong, and they're scrambling right away. They got to get a stop here.
Medina! Boom!
My goodness, John Earl Medina has been hitting the most timely and big-time shots para sa Adamson. That young man is getting things going.
In the first half, they only scored 1 3-point shot. In the second half, they have made 5 3-pointers. 3 coming in this fourth quarter. They're having a problem. 3 seconds. Escobedo missing on that one. And look at the defense of Adamson.
Wow, St. Clair has gone missing here in the fourth quarter and in the offensive end. Another forced shot there from the Saints.
Medina, binigay kay Tumaning. Turns it over. Here comes Babacar. Binigay kay Montejo. He drives. Montejo still no good. Oh, look at the defensive block there. 2 blocks on Babacar.
Wow. That's great defense there from Adamson.
And now Ronzoni. Binigay. 3-point shot. No, in the last 2 minutes is brought to you by the Shawarma Shack. 52-44. 148 remaining. Here comes Montejo. Binigay ngayon. Justine forcing the shot. Oh, finally! Ladies and gentlemen.
That's only a 6-point lead.
Yes. And my goodness, it took them 8 minutes and 20 seconds before they finally scored a field goal. 46-52. Medina, 4 seconds, loses that one. Here comes Burgos. Burgos drives. Oh, yes, sir.
Oh my goodness, here comes St. Clair, very timely. 4-point lead here for Adamson with 1 minute and 12 seconds to go.
Oh my, just a 4-point lead as we take a look at that.
Wow, what a game.
But that
Kiko.
was a wise decision by Anabo. Hindi na niya sinabayan.
Yeah, don't foul. You don't need a foul there. Just let them have the 2 points, and hopefully you can come on offense and retrieve those 2 points with a basket. And if you're St. Clair, you got to focus possession by possession. You got to get a stop here in the fourth quarter with 1 minute and 12 left. I mean, it's only a 4-point lead. This is only a 2-possession game. Anything can happen here in this fourth quarter.
I believe there's no timeout called, but play will resume, ladies and gentlemen. 1:40. 1 minute remaining. 48-52. Torres for the 3. No good. Oh, look at the quick hands.
Oh.
Wow. They will review right now. 49 seconds remaining.
Wow.
49 seconds. 52-48. Sinasabi nga natin, St. Clair had a bad fourth quarter. Maalat sila. But they made the shot when it counted or when they needed it most.
Yeah, for St. Clair to have a really bad fourth quarter and to be only down by 4 against an Adamson team. Kudos to them. Imagine if they had a better start in the fourth quarter. They would probably have a ball game tied or even have the lead here in this fourth quarter. So makikita natin kung meron pang ilalabas itong St. Clair Saints at try nilang to tie this game up or even win this ball game.
Again, the score is 52-48. Adamson already in the penalty. St. Clair still has 2 more fouls to give with 49.2 seconds. This is an important decision by the officials. Bola ba ng St. Clair or bola ba ng Adamson?
It's going to be a big decision here. It's going to be a big break at the game. If St. Clair is going to get the basketball here, crucial that they get a basket as soon as they can. And if Adamson gets the ball, it's going to put St. Clair in an iffy decision. Are they going to play the fouling game or are they just going to try to get a stop? And St. Clair will get the possession.
My goodness. Important possession here for St. Clair.
Yeah, they got to go.
You know, just like what we have predicted, this will be a close one.
Yeah, I think all 4 games are going to be a really, really good matchups.
Yeah.
But this game right here, St. Clair and Adamson, down the wire. Let's see if St. Clair can get a basket.
And right now, Montejo with the basketball. Crosses the timeline. Is being guarded by Montebon now. Burgos has it. Binigay kay Drake. Balik kay Montejo. 16 seconds to shoot. Montejo drives. Oh, what a pass inside.
Oh!
What a block there. Cañete has it. They will waste those seconds away from the clock. And there is a foul on Montejo.
Oh man, Charles Burgos had the opportunity there to just go straight up and finish strong, but he dipsy-dude. That could have been the cause of his miss, but he could have went up strong, tried to draw a foul there, but possession is over. Now they just got to get a stop.
Pero grabe no yung depensa ng Adamson inside the shaded lane, talagang nagka-clog eh, no?
I think they know that to get the dub, they have to really protect the paint.
Here comes Anabo, binigay kay Cañete. They should foul right now. Although there's still 9 seconds left in the shot clock. Oh, what a steal! Time, they recovered it. Anabo. Oh! Anabo with a probably the game, game deciding basket.
Wow, Anabo, right place, right time. Great job by Cedric Manzano keeping that possession alive against two St. Clair players. And Anabo with a big-time shot.
Oh my. 54-48. Dito yung pumapasok na sana, no? Pinahold na nila.
Yeah. Should have fouled right away, get the possession back. I mean, now they have the basketball. It's a 6-point game, 13 seconds left to go. Anything can happen, but you got to go right away. It's either you get a quick 2 or a quick 3. If I was them, I'd try to go get a quick 3 and play the fouling game moving forward.
So let's see. But this leaves them only less than 14 seconds remaining.
It's going to be a tough comeback here if you're St. Clair, but I mean, Adamson with the heart of champions being down in the first half and in the second, especially in the second quarter, but they came back in this game. Championship DNA is what we're talking about.
54-48. Adamson just 13.6 seconds away from entering the Final Four of the Pinoy Liga The Big Dance. Tingnan natin. Last time around, if I'm not mistaken, last year, Adamson was seeded second. Babacar, he drives. Ooh! There's a foul.
Yeah, crucial here for Babacar Endong to hit 2 free throws to put the lead back down to 4. I mean, the fouling game is going to be crucial as you see Babacar Endong drives all the way to the rim. My
I
goodness.
think the foul, I mean, his feet got tangled with Barcelona. Or would it be Anabo?
Looked like it could have been Barcelona. It could have been both.
Yeah.
It could have been both. But when you make athletic plays like that, when you get in the air, it's always going to be a risk going up in the air that high against athletic people.
So let's see, Babacar. Yung tira ni Babacar medyo high, high arcing shot eh, no? Parang minsan magdadalawang isip ka kung papasok talaga eh, no?
Yeah, big men always have a tough time at the free throw line. I don't know if it's their strength or their length, but usually centers always have a hard time at the free throw line.
Unofficial points of Babacar Endong, 9 points. 54-49, just a 5-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a foul.
Let's see here. It's the free throw game now. Like we said last game, Adamson only shot 50% from the free throw line. So if you're St. Clair, you'd hope that they at least miss one and you go back on offense and hit a three-pointer so that you keep yourself in the game.
But time is not on their side. But of course, it would be better if Adamson would miss 2.
Yeah.
That's what St. Clair is hoping
for.
So 50% of their prayers is okay. But right now, since it's a foul away from the ball, that was the free throw. It's just a single free throw. So let's see. 54-49. Oh, they have to foul. They have to foul. They have to foul right now.
Yeah, that took way too long to foul there.
It took them 4 seconds.
Yeah, you can't. You got to foul right away. Once they receive the ball, you got to foul them right away if you're trying to stay in this game. But too little, too late. I feel like here for St. Clair, as they had every opportunity to win in the fourth quarter, but they just couldn't get that offensive jump start.
Yes.
In that fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Adamson hit all those outside shots in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Adamson really came alive here in the fourth, and that came to their advantage as looks like they're going to be going home with the dub.
And timeout is called. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Maligdem, along with Justin Alfonso. And we were saying that prior to that shot by Anabo, lahat ng points ng Adamson came from the three-point shot. And Babacar, that tells the story of St. Clair in this game.
Yeah,
Yung
St. Clair.
inside presence nila didn't materialize.
Yeah, a lot of easy opportunities for Babacar and Dong, but a great job by Adamson. Really scrambling all the bigs of St. Clair once they receive the ball in the shaded area. A great effort from St. Clair, but Adamson prevailing and having that championship DNA.
And final score, 56-49. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, as we will now listen to the school hymn of the victorious Adamson Soaring Falcons.
Adamson, alma mater dear, all hail thy name. In our wandering far or near, we'll spread thy fame. Within thy portals hallowed, true wisdom we have followed. In every climb our loyal hearts will never fail. Through changeless time, dear Adamson, you hail. Fling out thy banner high, taboo and high. Lift our voices to the sky with raging might. Each noble son and daughter from thee will never falter. Through every art to keep us faithful, strong and pure. God grant us power to make our triumph sure.
Now for the St. Clair Saints.
future lies in our hand to greet tomorrow's dream. With just one voice we raise your name. Oh, hail our dear ST.CLARE. Inspired by your dreams and aspirations and goals for all humanity, we lift our voices, raise your banner, proclaim your cause on high. For your achievements and goals are a light to our path, the soul of all wisdom. And you're a model to us, those in need of your light, the hand in the master's touch. Hope of the future lies in our hand to greet tomorrow's dream. With just one voice we raise your name. Oh, hail our dear ST.CLARE. Inspired by your dreams and aspirations and goals for all humanity, we lift our voices, raise your banner, proclaim your cause on high. For your achievements and goals are a light to our path, the soul of all wisdom. And you're a model to us, those in need of your light, the hand in the master's touch. Oh, hail, sweet Alma Mater. Oh, hail, ST.CLARE. Oh, hail our dear ST.CLARE.
And after 40 minutes of basketball action, Adamson Soaring Falcons moves on to the Final Four. 56-49 is the final score. Kasama po natin si Coach Will Magbuhos. Coach, good morning. Ay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Congratulations.
Good afternoon. Thank
First
you.
of all, paano nyo pinaghandaan to? Kasi we notice yung defense nyo inside the shaded lane, sobrang sikip, ang hirap makascore.
Actually, sa practice pa lang, tinatent na talaga namin na to play defense, hard defense, one-on-one defense, and then yung team defense namin.
And then, in this game, ang ganda ng simula nyo, but then come second quarter, pero medyo nag-falter. Ano ang sinabi ni Coach Nash and the rest of the coaching staff sa team para makabawi in the third and fourth quarter?
Actually, sa second quarter namin, meron kami, yun yung parang sakit namin as a team eh. Parang if nagtetend kami mag-relax pag medyo lumalamang na. So, kailangan na pa namin yun i-work on. And then, syempre, sa tulong ng mga coaches, bumalik ulit yung team defense namin and our one-on-one defense.
Alright, now the floor is yours. Baka meron kang gusto i-shoutout, batiin on behalf of the Adamson Soaring Falcons.
Okay, I just want to thank our sponsor, Mabuhay Padala Center, si Boss Ervin Manzano and Kuya Carl Manzano. We want to thank din ang Adamson community na laging sumusuporta sa mga games namin. And pwede bang personal shoutout?
Go ahead.
Binabati ko ang family ko sa Laguna, sila tita, lola, lahat po na nandyan. At ang family ko po sa Cavite, and kala mama po at kala ate na nasa Rome, Italy. Hello. At kay Darling.
Siyempre, hindi pwede makalimutan yon. Congratulations again, Coach Will. At punta naman natin si Bianca Tagarda with the best player of the game.
Mga kaliga, I'm here with your best player of the game from the Adamson Soaring Falcons. That is Ray Allen Torres. Now, Ray Allen, congratulations for this hard-fought win and very roller coaster ride nga itong game na ito dahil for every quarter nagbabago kung sino yung lamang. Pero what was on your mind all throughout the game?
Nasa isip lang namin is wag magbago yung mentality namin kahit sino kalaban namin, kahit UAP, NCAA or na-ASCO. Kailangan same lang yung pinapakita namin, yung body language namin and yung approach namin sa game. So, wala magbabago. Yan.
And also, Ray Allen, you're heading into the semis and you're already part of the Final Four. So, ano ba yung natutunan mong lesson from this game na babaunin mo on your way there?
Siguro, pinaka natutunan ko is one mistake baka pwede makakause ng game or nung liga namin. So, kailangan every possession, every mistakes, inaano namin, tinatanggap namin and next play. Kasi makaka-apekto yun eh. Kasi isang talo lang, wala na eh. So, kailangan bigay todo kami sa isang possession.
Very well said. And lastly, may gusto ka bang batiin or i-shout out?
Binabati ko yung family ko, si Papa, si Tita, si Lola. And yung friends ko sa village namin, yung high five. And yung mga teammates ko, yung coaches ko na nagtitiwala sa akin. And yung batang rugby, sila Kenji, Manu, JJ, Zach, pati si Renzo. Yun, nanonood.
Thank you so much, Ray Allen. Now, that's all for now. Balik na muna tayo sa ating panel.
Maraming salamat, Bianca, and congratulations to Ray Allen Torres for being the best player of the game. Justin, final thoughts para sa game na to?
ST.CLARE gave a good fight in that game, but Adamson just prevailed in the end, stayed composed, and championship DNA won them that game.
And ladies and gentlemen, up next, second of the 4 games. It's between Mapua versus Perpetual. Dito lamang sa Pinoy Liga, The Big Dance.